The only reason to live in Upper Manhattan is because what you get murders downtown apartments that cost the same amount. We're talking 3 bedrooms, new finishes, and way more space than you're gonna get downtown, hands down. At least, that's what I've been told. I haven't been to this building before. Let's go take a look. Here we are. Stay. We are in a brand new 3-bedroom apartment on 149th Street and 7th Avenue. We're just 1 block from the train. In fact, you can see the entrance to the train station directly across the street from where this building is. And even though we're uptown, everything that you're gonna need on a weekly basis is pretty much right here. There's a full grocery store a block and a half from where we are. There's a deli across the street. And if those things sound boring, don't worry, there's plenty to do if you head over to 8th Avenue, and if you head south, just a couple of blocks away, you can find local cafes, you can find restaurants, and there's not really anything that you're lacking in this neighborhood that you wish was here and isn't. Now, the complex of buildings that we're in was built in 1926. Things here are super quiet, and there's even laundry on site, so you don't have to leave to get that taken care of. And as you can see, the apartments here are incredibly gorgeous. Now we're gonna check this place out so you can see what living here would be like. If you wanna rent this apartment or anything here, I'll leave a link in the video description. And if you wanna help me out, make sure you subscribe. That way YouTube will show my videos to more people. Right after you walk in, we've got the coat closet, which I used for my backpack instead of my jacket. But this is a nice size. You could fit a lot of stuff in here, and to be honest with you, it needs to be, because there are 3 bedrooms down that hallway. So for context, you've got the front door right here, the living room and kitchen are this direction, and all the bedrooms in the bathroom are that way. The great thing about all this separation is anything happening here in the living room, which is combined with the kitchen, is gonna be isolated to an extent from where people might be sleeping or trying to have some privacy. Common space here is pretty good. 12 feet 1 inch by 9 feet 10 inches. Those are the measurements of this area over here. That doesn't include any of the space over here by where the kitchen is. I'd probably put the couch against this wall here. This is the longest wall in the living room, and this is where you can fit the largest couch. Now, since this is where the couch is gonna be, if that's where the entertainment center goes, you'll be able to see what's going on from the kitchen, as well as from right here where everyone's gonna be hanging out. You're not gonna need a dining table because we've got this really good breakfast bar right here. Let's see how long this is. Okay, this breakfast bar is 6 feet 11 inches. You'll be able to fit at least 4 stools underneath this. And this is gonna totally eliminate the need to get a separate dining table because you've got one right here. The view out of these windows is also not bad. Now, we are overlooking the interior of the building, which may not be as exciting as a street-facing view, but it's much quieter. In fact, I don't hear any street noise in here at all, and that makes a lot of sense for 2 reasons. Obviously, we're not facing the street directly, and these windows are new. They're blocking out any noise that would be out there. Now let's take a look at the kitchen. This refrigerator's an absolute monster. So is the oven. It's got 5 burners. You could make more than boxed macaroni and cheese here, that is for sure. You've also got a massive microwave, and best of all, right here, we've got a dishwasher. And just in case you think you know how to cook and you can't, there's a fire extinguisher right here. Cabinet space is amazing. We've got tons of cabinets up top and on both sides. And this area is not too tight. It's pretty large. A lot of apartments that you'll see downtown kind of have like these small kitchen areas when there is a breakfast bar, but here there is plenty of room to move around. And because we've got this nice big island right here, or rather a peninsula since it's touching the wall, we've got plenty of counter space. But the truth of this apartment is gonna come out after we head down this hallway right here and see the 3 bedrooms and the bathroom, because if those aren't any good, none of the awesome things that we've seen so far are gonna matter. Now the view in this room is exactly the same as what we had in the living room. We're facing the courtyard, and the size is also pretty good. 8 feet 6 inches by 8 feet 2 inches. You're probably gonna wanna put your bed over here by the window, which can be up to a queen size bed. It'll technically fit, and if this is where you've got it, nothing's gonna stop you from getting to that closet. This actually looks pretty good. We've got double doors, and you're not gonna have any problem storing your stuff in here, provided that you don't have too many worldly possessions. If this isn't enough storage space for you, you could get some dressers over here against the wall, and this is definitely doable. Next up, we've got the other 2 bedrooms all the way down the hall there. I like this room. We've got 2 windows. It looks like the view that we're getting in pretty much every room here is the same. That being said, 2 windows definitely beats having 1 window, and this room is a lot sunnier. It also feels a little larger. It's 9 feet 10 inches by 9 feet 5 inches. And even though that doesn't seem like a big difference, I think that this room is gonna be a lot easier to set up. You could put your bed in this corner or in that corner over there. Definitely, you have more options here. But the one thing you don't have is the same size closet. This doesn't look bad, but it's definitely a little bit less than what we had in the first room. Last but not least, this feels like the largest room. It's 9 feet 2 inches by 10 feet 9 inches. I'd put the bed here or here. Those are the 2 best spots for it. And I kind of like how this area over here goes in a little bit. You've got the closet, but you could also put some other things in this spot to kind of make the room a little bit more usable. For example, I think a dresser would go perfect right here, because right here is where you're gonna be hanging stuff up. Dresser right there, I think that's the right move. If I had to pick a favorite out of these 3, I would pick the second one that we looked at. I just think that one feels the best, but they're all pretty good. Now let's take a look at the bathroom. I've said it before and I'll say it again, when the kitchen's nice, usually the bathroom is also pretty nice, and here that is definitely the case. Over here by the front door, you've got an entire area for towels and storage. What's also cool is we've got a really deep bathtub. Look, I've got to really step up to get in here. This is definitely pretty good. I kind of feel like a lot of the bathtubs that you'll see in a cheaper apartment are symbolic because you can't really use them, but this is nice. We've also got a window right here, and this large mirror. Ooh, it's also a medicine cabinet. Plenty of storage in here, that's great. Now, my one complaint so far is that the sink is a little small, but it's definitely usable, and it's got a little bit of counter space around it. Plus, underneath it, we've got extra storage space. And if you want to save money on rent and get an amazing apartment, this is your spot. Check out the video description. There's a link to this listing where you can get all your questions answered. Then pick whichever one of these apartment tours you think is more interesting, and I'll see you in the next video.